This might seem like I'm stating the obvious, but I think the biggest mistake that they make is that they have no benchmarks at all. So brands will go month to month looking at different metrics, looking at likes, looking at their fan page growth and those sorts of things. And they'll use that to sort of say, like, is our brand doing well or is it not doing well? And I think a big problem with that is that it's not a metric that you can go back 6 months and then sort of look at it and go, how did we fare 6 months prior to that? And it's trying to get brands to look at metrics and evolve with them and take things like brand health, like your sentiment, and not look at things in isolation. So look at your brand, and when you see that you have share of the voice, how positive or negative or mixed is that? Are people comparing you to your competitors? What are they saying about you? How are people, are they aware of your brand? So I think that's a big thing. And also the fact that you can measure things online. You know, there's a lot of mediums out there where it's based on assumptions. And the great thing about online is it's not assumptions. You have the actual stats right there, and you can use those stats to sort of propel your brand forward. There's a difference between paid growth and organic growth, and that's a lot of things that people don't necessarily distinguish between. And I know that Facebook is the whole thing where if you're not paying to promote your post, they mark your page as spam, but at the same time, that comes down to content and what content are you putting out there, because people really do respond to good content. I mean, you've seen some of the stuff that's come out lately that's in response to things that are happening. It might not be specific to that industry, but they take it from you know, the news, from politics, from whatever's happening out there, and they bring it back to the brand, and you can see the response to that type of content that's not necessarily got a lot of money behind it pushing it. So it also depends on how much you're spending on your media to promote your pages. You know, a lot of people want to promote the page to grow the likes. And we say, put the money behind your content, that it's good content, and have a call to action. And your call to action, a like, yes, it's an engagement. A share, yes, it's an engagement, but you're getting a lot more meat out of a comment. So have a call to action, get insights from your consumers, find ways that you can start tagging authors and getting more information and more insights about your consumers. So instead of segmenting on demographics, you can start segmenting on psychographics and getting more information on the people who are actually in your online community, and then targeting your content to make it more relevant to them. I suppose that kind of call to action would be running a survey, running a poll, asking people questions. I've seen Omo, they do it frequently where they ask these questions online, and they'll say to people, you know, when you're dealing with the stain, how do you get it out of your clothes? And it's little things like that that might be daily frustrations that people are dealing with, and the information that they're going to get back from that, because people love to share, people love to talk about these things. So it's just about finding the day-to-day aggravations that people who can associate with your brand and your product in that way, and getting them to respond with that sort of information, and then finding a way to educate your consumers on how other products would be able to assist you to do that a little bit better, but not in a salesy way, more in an informative, well, this is what you told us, so based on that information, this is how we can direct you in the best way forward. Yes, they do. People are very vain. There's a vanity on social media, and I think that vanity is something that marketers really need to play towards. And there's another thing coming out with millennials, where they're into empathy, and they want empathetic brands, and they want brands who understand them and brands who can relate to them. And those are the brands that they're going to be brand loyal to. So I think there's a lot of information that we're starting to get now in terms of actually how people are responding online to the types of things that we're putting out there.